opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that moving. MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them, this is my ship, I'ma jack it like Letterman, y'all better not let them in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit, I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah, said you gon' pull up then settle it, yeah, I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch out step in it, yeah, and I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here, watch out touchdown, pulling plans out the clutch, everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now, have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that, big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that, work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that, had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah. Run it, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my, been ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been petty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto, learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that moving. MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then.
Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. Today is just Greg in the building, and we got a big fight this weekend. It is fight week. David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. Now, they just concluded the final press conference, and I just want to come on here and quickly react. A lot of times, Jason and I will do a video on these things, but today I was just in the mood to hop on real quick and do a reaction. So live stream, depending on, what the engagement is. We'll see how long I go. But so the energy there was very interesting. It started off calm, cool, and collected, of course. And Jermall Charlo mentioned that in regards to Jose Benavidez, because Jose was so animated in their first press conference where it was virtual. And of course, he started to then elevate, as Jermall called that out, and started to, start talking about he's going to kick his ass and all this other stuff, and actually stood up at one point. But I never thought that Jermall Charlo was in any danger of getting struck by Jose Benavidez. As a matter of fact, Jose had already said that he did not want to mess up his money, which is a good idea. So standing up, talking about what you're going to do, it's kind of all nonsense, because at the end of the day, you're not going to strike him because you're going to screw up your money. But Jose Benavidez, his interaction, like, I kind of agree with Maul to an extent. Like like him standing up and getting all animated and everything like that, to me personally, I find that to be entertaining. I'm glad he's doing it. But at the same time, I think it's serious energy that he has. I don't think this is a situation where he's just trying to sell a fight or anything of that nature. I seriously believe that Jose Benavidez almost has like little man complex, if that makes sense to you guys. He gets overly animated. He's overly excited. He's getting excited about any little thing that Jermall Charlo says. And he feels like he has something to really prove. I think deep down in his mind, he doesn't necessarily believe he's going to win this fight. And I think he's trying to convince himself that he's going to win this fight just by the manner in which he's behaving. But I found it to be very entertaining. I found Jermall's calm, cool, collected approach to be appropriate for him, considering everything that we know of Jermall over the last couple of years. One thing that I found to be very interesting, and shout out to everybody that's currently in the chat. Ghost, what's going on with you, man? 17 people in the building. If you get a chance to hit that like button. But one of the things that I found interesting, and I tell people this all the time, one of the things that I like to see before I make a judgment call on whether I believe fighter A is going to win versus fighter B is to see both fighters standing next to each other. And when you look at Jermall versus Jose Benavidez, I mean, Jose looks small. Like, he looks small. He looks like he's moving up. Maul, when you look at Maul's shoulders, when you look at even Maul's head size, his shoulders, his hands, everything, Maul just looks bigger, substantially bigger than Jose Benavidez. And so I think Jose Benavidez knows that. Personally, I think it's an uphill battle for Jose Benavidez. I think he's going to struggle with Jermall Charlo. And I think Maul is going to come back and be successful in his fight this upcoming weekend. Now, if Jose Benavidez ends up being victorious, that would be shocking to me personally, just considering how he looked against Terrence Crawford and Danny Garcia. I did not see his last performance. I heard he did look well. Or look good. I'll probably look at his latest fight sometime this week. But I can't see Jose Benavidez being successful in this fight. I just believe Maul's going to be too much. Then you look at Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez. I'm going to get to the fight, right? I'm going to get to, what I think about the fight. I'm not going to give a prediction, but I will kind of get to how I think, the fight could play out, or give some thoughts on the fight. But these two gentlemen personalities, David is a bit dull, right? He's very straightforward. I just want to be the best, and he's one of the best, and I think he's going to bring, some of the best out of me, and he's one of the top fighters in the division, and this is just going to prove my greatness, and I'm just going to keep moving forward. It's cool. That's cool, but it's not very entertaining. They're not very engaging. Now, Demetrius Andrade, he attempts to be engaging, but it doesn't come off well. Right? Like, this is no knock to Demetrius Andrade, but it just doesn't. It comes off kind of quirky, and it's interesting because his trainer Rozier and Ronnie Shields. Oh my God, I'm gonna use a term that my mom used to say to me back in the day. They were just too tickled. Those two trainers were over there laughing and laughing and laughing, both at Jose Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. So Demetrius was trying. I give him credit for that. He was trying to bring some level of energy to it. David, unless there's an animus, I don't think David is going to bring the energy. David can be excited, but there has to be an animus there, right? He has to have a certain type of disdain for his opponent for him to take it there. And so because he doesn't necessarily with Andrade, he just doesn't have a spark for this particular fight. And Andrade, again, he's trying his best to show everybody his personality. I just don't think it comes off well. Let's see. Ghost, world is going to learn a lesson. Crawford taught everyone before, skills pay the bills. Okay. Haven't seen the press conference, but I don't know. Andrade is older and moving up. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets stopped. Okay. Anything is possible. Andrade is a good fighter. Ghost, Demetrius always reflects what is given. It's hard for him to make something while talking to a wall. That's fair. That's fair. So let's talk about, because there's some things that I felt that I've seen this past week that I wanted to address. And again, I'm not going to give a prediction on this fight just yet. Like I mentioned before, I like to see the press conference or the final weigh-in first. But one thing that I've seen out there that I thought was interesting, and it actually came from David Benavidez, is that he compared Demetrius Andrade to Caleb Plant. And I get where he's going, but I think that is a grave mistake to think that they are similar fighters. I think Demetrius Andrade is a slick fighter. I think Caleb Plant is a slick fighter, but he's more of a mover. Like, he's someone who wants to be on his tiptoes and kind of box and move around and stuff like that. I think Andrade, although he will incorporate movement in his game, he's also slick. He can get out of the way without having to incorporate as much movement. Because of that, I think he is more dangerous than Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant was winning that fight the first half. The style that he employed will get you gassed. It will absolutely get you gassed. You will get tired from employing that style. Floyd Mayweather could move on his toes, right? Floyd could do that. But Floyd could also be in front of you and it was slick enough to force you to miss while being in front of you and didn't have to incorporate as much movement. Therefore, Floyd seldom got tired in fights. And I'm not comparing Demetrius Andrade to a Floyd Mayweather. Don't get it twisted. What I am saying is that Demetrius Andrade, I believe, can be elusive without having to incorporate so much movement, which means he may not gas in this fight. And because he may not gas, I think just stalk till you can't walk won't necessarily be the recipe that will bring home a victory for you alone. I think David Benavidez is going to have to be very adept at picking the right shots, getting Demetrius Andrade in situations where he can get his punches off. And when Demetrius does move, be highly adept at cutting off the ring. So, again, I'm not going to give a pick right now, but I don't see Demetrius Andrade being similar to Caleb Plant. Now, I don't know what you guys think in the comment section. I would be curious to know what you guys think in the comment section. I know we got 28 people in the building, 10 likes. The other 18 people, smash that like button so other folks can find the content. All right. Kill P said 100. I don't know if that's referring to me. Ghost said Demetrius is nothing like Plant. Plant learned how to box from Demetrius. Demetrius is much superior. Demetrius has more styles in his vault than anyone in active boxing today. I don't know if that's true. I think that may be Terrence Crawford. Demetrius has much superior defense. Demetrius doesn't have one hand like Plant. He can fight either stance and do it. Yes, that's the other point. That's the other point, Ghost, that I was thinking about earlier as well. Andrade does fight out of multiple stances, right? He can fight out of a southpaw or orthodox stance, which makes him, again, different from Caleb Plant. And I think David made this statement. I can't remember what interview it was on. I was like, dude, that's not right. They're not really alike. Other than classifying them both as slick fighters, they're not the same. That's like saying Terrence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson are the same. They're not. Shakur is primarily a defensive fighter. Bud is primarily an offensive fighter. But I think they're both slick. Yeah, it's a bad comparison. So it makes me wonder what he and his team are thinking as they're going into this fight. Do they truly believe that they're in a situation where they got a guy in front of them that's going to behave like Caleb Plant? I think they're going to be in for a rude awakening. I hope they have a better game plan than that. Let's see what else people are saying. I agree with you, bro, but Andrade is 37. Age will be a deciding factor. Age can play a factor in this role. However, 37 isn't the same 37 or 20 years ago. Terrence Crawford is 35, about to be 36. We saw Floyd do it for several years at 36, 37 years old. He's gonna be an opponent, man. He's gonna be a dangerous opponent. That's my personal opinion. You guys may see it differently, but that's how I see it. I do not see him being similar to Caleb Plant. Band Up, what's going on, man? Salute. I miss who you got. No, I haven't said who I got yet. I haven't said it yet. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait a few days. I got a couple of people too that we interviewed that made predictions on this fight as well, that we're going to be releasing that content sometime this week as well. But yeah, we're just kicking up the fight week for David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. So what else we got? Salute to you as well, Band Up. Jermaine Wood. Andrade better not get old in the ring, because if it happens, then he will get. Yeah, I don't agree. I don't disagree with that. If all of a sudden we see a different Demetrius Andrade than what we've seen over the last 2 fights, and he gets old in one night, which I don't believe he will be, because he doesn't seem like that type of fighter. It seems like he lives a clean lifestyle. And usually those fighters that live that kind of clean lifestyle, you'll see a gradual decline. They don't typically get old in one night. But Demetrius Andrade, if all of a sudden he does get old in one night, yeah, it could be a challenge for him. But I fully expect to see a similar Demetrius Andrade, similar to what we've seen in the past. Andrade better. Okay. Thing with Demetrius is he is defensively responsible no matter what range he fights at, front foot or back foot. Andrade is not 37. He's 35. He is younger than Crawford. Okay. Andrade is a vegetarian. He has been for a decade. Boy, Ghost, you are a huge Andrade fan. Okay. I got Demetrius. I don't know much about the two, though, to be honest. Yeah, man. So Band Up, David Benavidez is your classical walk till you can't, or stalk till you can't walk type of fighter. He got a Mexican style. And he's a good pressure fighter. I mean, big for the division. He's going to apply a lot of pressure to Andrade. And the thing about Andrade, and to me, this is just with any pressure fighter. To me, the key to being a pressure fighter is, number one, to be a highly skilled fighter, which I believe Demetrius Andrade is. But it's the ability to avoid having to move in order to evade the punches and pressure. Meaning, if you're somebody like Floyd or a James Toney that can do all this, all in the inside, and don't necessarily need to constantly move because you are applying pressure, those types of guys give pressure fighters hell. Demetrius Andrade isn't this type of guy, right? He's not that kind of guy, but he is slick enough where he can avoid pressure. He can avoid shots without having to dance all around the ring, all ring long. Or all fight long. Caleb Plant, I said before that fight, Caleb was going to have to find times where he stood his ground and threw shots, because I thought, just based off of his style, that was going to be the opportunity for him to limit the amount of movement, right? I'm going to move a little bit, but I'm going to stop. I'm going to stand and deliver, give you something to think about, and then when necessary, get back on my bike. But when I can, stay in the pocket, try to throw some shots, try to evade or block some shots, and go back to my movement. He, to me, utilized too much movement, and he gassed in the second half of the fight. I don't think that's going to be Demetrius. I think David's going to have to do more in a fight with Demetrius Andrade than he did with Caleb Plant. See what else we got going on here. From heaven to earth, Andrade hasn't been in any Super Wars, so he hasn't been worn down in the sport, so there's that. If he shows up, it will be a great showdown. I totally agree with that. Boxing Breeze with D1. Dave don't look like he bothered by the weight cut yet. Nah, he looks fine. He looks fine. I don't know what picture that was. I don't know if that picture was from like weeks before, but whatever picture that was, or excuse me, the video that surfaced, that must have been weeks before his training, because even when they had the initial press conference, he looked to be in pretty good shape, and he looked pretty good now as well. So I think he'll be fine in terms of his weight cut. And he's still around 26, so I have no concerns about him making weight. What else do we got here in the Demetrius Lethal? So we're definitely going to drop a poll tomorrow talking about the fight and who we believe is going to win. Now, I'm curious. how do you guys believe this fight is going to be received? Because it is fight week. And again, you can feel buzz during fight week, right? And when Tank fought Ryan, you could feel the buzz, you could feel the energy. When Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fought, you could feel the energy, but it did feel a few notches below Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. This fight, the energy it feels even lower than that. I'm personally going to watch this fight, but do you guys feel that this fight is going to be really well received in the sense that it's going to sell well? I'm curious to know your thoughts on that as well. I know the fight could be, and here's the thing about this fight too. I'm going to be honest with you. This fight could be exciting, meaning, we could see some real good action in terms of Demetrius Andrade and him demonstrating the level of skill that we expect. And David being the true warrior that he is and the pressure fighter that he is. It could be a true bull versus matador type of fight, which could be very entertaining. We've seen Floyd in those styles of fights. We've seen other fighters in those styles of fights. They are entertaining. They can be exciting. This could also be a snoozer. Okay, just because of Demetrius' style. This could absolutely be a snoozer. So I'm curious to know curious about what you guys think about that as well. Will this be a Floyd versus Maidana, if you will, something like that? Or will this be, I don't know. I'm trying to think of when we seen a brawler versus somebody who was very skilled and it was just a snooze. I'm sure one will come to my mind eventually, but you guys tell me what you think about that. Dante Hall Boxing Talk said, I got about 180,000 pay-per-view buys. I have roughly around the same. I said, Jason and I were actually talking about this, and we thought it'll come in under 200. This will be Floyd versus Diego. You believe this is going to be Floyd versus Diego Corrales? Ghost, I do not believe that whatsoever. No, I don't believe that. I think it will be exciting band up. Okay. Yeah, Dante, I wish it would do way more, but that seems about right. Yeah, boxing briefs with D1. I agree with you. I think that's about right. I just, I can see this fight being an entertaining fight. I can also see this fight being something that is not as entertaining. That ends up being fairly boring, honestly. Similar to the press conference, honestly. Jason and I, we were exchanging messages during the actual press conference and was kind of surprised that it was so short. But at the same time, you got two individuals that, their personalities are not such that it's going to really sell an event like that. So I can understand that as well. Yeah, I see. I bend up. I see your Huskies number 4. That was expected to happen. They won't remain number 4, but we see that they're number 4 right now. But yeah, we gotta see what's gonna end up happening with this fight, man. You guys tell me too. Like, what do you guys want a fight breakdown? I mean, Jason and I usually we've been avoiding doing fight breakdowns and analysis and stuff using other people's film because other people, meaning ESPN and PBC and all those, they flag our stuff, and we've been trying to avoid getting our videos flagged for any reason because you don't want too many flags. So we've been avoiding it. But maybe we might think about trying to break it down with what we think might not get flagged. I don't know. But we'll definitely be dropping a prediction video. Bruce Gass, what's going on with you, Bruce? We'll definitely be dropping a prediction video on the fight. Probably, I would say probably Friday, and we'll probably release some other predictions that we got from people that we interviewed this week. And then definitely we'll be covering the weigh-in this week as well. We want to make sure that on Friday we are covering that and come back here and we're going to chop it up and talk about the fight and everything that's going on with it. Real quick, man, for everybody that we got 55 people in the building, 21 likes. For everybody that's currently in the building, salute B Megastar. Drop your predictions in the comments section. I'm curious to see how many people are picking David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade, and also Charlo versus Jose Benavidez. Yeah, I would love a fight breakdown by y'all, especially for Matias fight. Matias versus Ergashev. Even if Ergashev is retired, after which he takes away from the fight for me. We'll see. We'll see, Ghost. We'll see. Like I said, you have to be real. You have to be real creative in order to prevent them from flagging the videos. That's why we haven't really done too many. If you notice the last documentary we did, or documentary style video we did, there were a lot of still shots in it and not a lot of video. I tell you guys, man, they're stifling my creative juice with flagging the channel, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see what else we got in the chat. The brother Bruce Gas is in the building. Demetrius by late KO, Charlo by round 5 through 7 KO. You really think Demetrius is gonna knock out David Benavidez? I can tell you right now, that's not gonna be that won't be my pick. And quite honestly, I never even really thought of that being a possible scenario. And Andrade, it's not like he's a weak puncher or anything like that. He can punch. He got decent pop for sure, but I just don't think Benavidez is going to get stopped, specifically from someone moving up. You think he will drop him? David's been down before. I can't remember who he got knocked down by, but he's been down before. So that wouldn't be shocking if Demetrius Andrade, caught him with something that he didn't see. But I got to give salute to David Benavidez, because honestly, he could have just tried to sit on the Plant fight and just tried to finagle his way into a Canelo Alvarez fight. But he's fighting. I mean, he's been the mandatory for at least 2 years now, regardless of what the WBC is saying. Oh, this person would be the mandatory. Jermall Charlo just recently mentioned that he's more than likely or he thinks he's gonna fight Canelo Alvarez and Cinco de Mayo. There's a reason why he thinks that, because more than likely someone has told him that. So we'll see if David Benavidez or Demetrius Andrade get the opportunity that Canelo Alvarez after this fight. But David could possibly get put down. I mean, that's if Andrade catches him with something that he doesn't see, he can put him down. But I don't think he's gonna get KO'd. That's just my opinion. If Demetrius Andrade wins, I believe he's gonna win by being a better boxer and winning rounds. I don't think he's going to stop him. I don't even think he's going to. I don't think David Benavidez is going to stop Demetrius Andrade either. Quite honestly, he didn't stop Plant, and Plant was gassed at the end. At least the last 4 or 5 rounds, he was gassed. So I don't think he's going to stop him. But we'll see. Benavidez walks into a lot of shots. Hey, well, Andrade was talking about that. He actually mentioned that as a part of the press conference, that, yeah, you're right. I'm going to walk him into something and get the KO, and we can go home and celebrate. And I think he said the shit 3 times. But, yeah, if it goes to the cards, there's no way Dave doesn't win this fight. Boxing briefs, that's a fair assessment. Inside the square circle with King Judah, David gets hot too much. I'm assuming you mean angry in the ring, in which case he doesn't necessarily follow the game plan. Let me know if that's what you mean by that, inside the square circle. But Dave got gas for days, and that matters when you're talking about knockout. The ref saved Plant. That's fair, Marvin Banks. Plant was allowed to get away with a lot of holding. That's for sure. So, Ghost, it sounds like to me you believe that this is going to be a fight that materializes in a way similar to Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. That's just based off what you're saying. That's what I get from what you're saying. Yeah, maybe that's not what you're saying, but that's what I get from it. That's what I get from it. But yeah, man. I just wanted to hop on here quickly and react to the live stream or to the press conference that they had here. That was a live stream. Ghost, yes, but I'm biased. Andrade, it's like older brother. So, Ghost, you're saying that you know Demetrius Andrade, like personally? So, but yeah, guys, I just want to get on here quickly. We got 59 people in the building, 32 likes. Guys, smash the like button for me. It's free. It's free. Hit the like button for me. It is free. Smash that like button. I just want to hop on here quickly and just react to the press conference. I can already hear my kids coming in right now. But yeah, I wanted to react to the press conference and start kicking it off for the week, because a lot of what we're going to be doing on the channel here for the next few days is going to be heavily swayed toward David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. So I wanted to get on here instead of just doing a normal video that we would do. I wanted to get on here and do a live stream. So yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Be on the lookout for more content this week. Predictions on the fight. Definitely giving our prediction. Corey Spinks joined the show here recently, and he gave a prediction on the fight as well. He gave a lot of predictions on a lot of fights, so I'm sure I'm going to be sharing some things from him as well. And yeah, man. So we'll be catching up with you guys very soon, man. Until next time, peace.